Hello there and welcome to the Fastmarkets Middle East Iron and Steel event. We're here in our live lounge. I'm Georgia Tolley and I'm delighted to say that we are joined here by Dr. Ragesh Argawal. He is Executive Director of RKG International. Now, they have transformed their Dubai-based recycling company into a major player with 4 recycling facilities right here in the UAE. And they deal with over 33 countries. He began his career back in 1979 in India with metal container manufacturing. Under his leadership, RKG recycling yards feature state-of-the-art technology to deal with ferrous and also non-ferrous materials. Rajesh is Vice President of the BMR. He's a gold member of BIR and an ambassador for the UAE. He's also a board member of DRBG, which is an initiative of the Dubai Chambers. He's chairman of UP Connect and of the Asian Arab Chamber of Commerce right here in the United Arab Emirates. He was the recipient of the first golden visa in Fujairah back in 2020. He's also a recipient of the Dada Vasu Shroff Global Awards. That was awarded by His Excellency Sheikh Nahyan bin Mubarak Al Nahyan, Minister of the UAE for Tolerance and Coexistence. He's also been awarded an Icons of the UAE Award for 2024 from the India Today Group. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Great pleasure to have you with us. Tell me, how did you first come into this industry? We heard a little bit about it just there, about how you started in 1979.
Yeah, in 1979 we started in India and we started manufacturing small containers in a very small way. And our journey started in a very small way in the city of Kolkata. We had a lot of challenges in manufacturing, but by the grace of God, within short time, we had overcome all the challenges and we became a regional leader in container manufacturing.
And is it at the point that you decided to move your headquarters to the UAE?
No. That was maybe... we started in 1979 and thereafter the journey was very rough and tough and it was a pleasure journey. But you all know that in late 90s, the metal container consumption started going down. And that time, when we were the market leader in manufacturing metal containers, we never wanted to be number 2 or number 3 or number 4. Whereas the demand was falling down. So what next? So we thought about the backward integration. And we started doing the raw material import and servicing, and we started a service center. From Kolkata we moved to Bombay, and then fortunately, as because it was a backward integration, some idea came through our friends in 2003, 4 and 5 about the recycling business. That is scrap business. And we started doing scrap business, but because we were in India, due to the local legislation, and we wanted to do the worldwide business. So we had to move to Dubai, so that being Indian, accepting the Indian laws in place, we can start the work in UAE, and that is how we moved to UAE in 2005 and started the recycling business in a very, very small way.
So it was the opportunity to have access to the global markets that led to you moving your plant to the UAE. You started small. At what point did you start to get bigger? Because you're very big now.
Yes, that is true.
You are.
In 2005, we were very small and we were doing like third country trading. And we were buying from Africa and then shipping to Bangladesh. And we were doing the banking and payment facilities from UAE. Slowly, the business grew, but in 2008, when the Lehman Brothers and the entire turmoil happened, even that time we lost a lot of money. It was a tough time for all of us.
How did you keep the motivation during that tough time? How did you keep afloat? How did you keep the passion?
Challenge is always an opportunity. We need to be very firm and determined when people has a hard time. That time the entire world was flooding.
Absolutely.
So I was not an exception. We kept on moving and we had continued our business. Definitely it got slowed down, but again that things took momentum, and thereafter we had set up our own yard in UAE, and that time we were doing very small quantity, 10 tons, 20 tons, 30 tons only. But with the support of the family, we could multiply our yards, we could multiply our production. And with the grace of God, we never took or looked back thereafter.
So you got the economies of scale, I suppose, helped with your business, but you mentioned there the role of family. Is that because you brought more members of your family into the business?
See, I had lost my parents.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
My wife has always been a great support to me. She was always in my business and with me. In 2013-14, my brother and my nephew, they used to live in India. So they were also looking for some opportunities. So I involved them in our UAE business. They all came and they helped me, and it was a help to each other. And thereafter, RKG became RKG and started doing miracles.
And is RKG still, in essence, a family business?
It is purely a family business. And I would say 2020, 2019, when the COVID was.
Another hard time. My goodness me, we're talking about all the hard times, aren't we? 2008, and now we're talking about 2020.
When the COVID was there, even our working was less. The entire world was full stop, almost. But I must tell you, UAE government organized and they managed the COVID in a most efficient way. I can say that my recycling yard never stopped with all the precautions and whatever the guidelines were by the government, we always run our yard. But that time we had enough time because yard was not running all the time and we were like only 5 hours office in the morning and thereafter what to do. So the best thing what we did, we planned innovation. We thought how to make a revolution in the recycling facility. And we, that time, planned to install the new machineries, state-of-the-art technology. When the world was sleeping, we took initiative, we took risk, and we placed some orders with the German supplier and Italian supplier for buying machineries. Believe me, we made heavy investment with big risk. But that has awarded us. Thereafter, what we did, why today people like RKG and RKG recycled material, because of the state-of-the-art technology, what we have in our plant, we produce best of the best scrap, which is liked by one and all. It is only because of the heavy capital investment, what we did during COVID and post-COVID.
But that was brave. Where did you find the gumption to do that? Because this was at a stage when no one could see a future at that stage, but you did. You saw a future.
You see, I always try to find opportunity during challenge time.
It's very, very impressive. Now, what I'm very interested in your CV as we look through it is that you found you're a motivational speaker. You found your way into motivational speaking. How did you end up going down that path? Because you're already a very busy CEO.
True. Everybody has some kind of passion. Somebody wants to go play golf.
Yeah.
Somebody goes to play chess.
Fishing. People like to fish.
Chess, smoking, or anything. I can say.
Smoking's the worst of those, by the way. I'd recommend fishing if you're going to smoke.
So what I thought, I have a big life journey because I started my career as a worker at the age of 12. So I learned a lot and I had a very, very bumping life. So whatever I am speaking, that is all connected to my life and my past history. Because I have felt very good things and bad time. So that is what I narrate in my motivational speaking. I am not a professional one. It is just out of my habit.
Yeah.
And I have a YouTube channel that is Empower the Mind with Ragesh R. This is my YouTube channel. People love it. If I don't put something, then I get a call.
Brilliant. You got
Rajesh, what happened?
Where's my next video? Where's the next one in the season?
Yeah. So it is just out of my passion I am putting it.
But as a consequence, you must bring some of that passion, into your workforce as well, into the workplace.
Yes, we are. And everybody loves it and like it and they like it.
Good. I'm very pleased to hear that because I know that you also do a great deal of philanthropic work. How important is that, as part of your legacy building?
Yes, I believe in giving back to society. Just to tell you, Lions International is the largest and the biggest service organization in the world with 1.4 million members worldwide.
Gosh.
I'm a member and I'm serving humanity for last 50 years. This is my 50th year. So, social work is my passion. Recently, by the grace of God, there is a Tata Memorial Cancer Hospital in Mumbai. I don't know if you have heard of it.
I have heard of it, yeah.
You have heard?
Yeah.
The 9th floor of the Tata Memorial Cancer Hospital is being renovated completely in memory of my mother.
Oh, that is a wonderful step.
So all these small things, God gives me inspiration and I try to do blood donation camp, eye camp, hunger, food for hunger, diabetic. And I don't want to name many things because if you are, in our religion, we say, if you are giving in one hand, the other hand should not know.
It's the humble contributions that's
Yes.
I understand. I do understand. Now I've got one final question for you, and I have to admit we are asking everybody who attends the live lounge this question because the theme for the event this year is Transform Tomorrow Together. And I can imagine that resonates with you, having had this conversation, but I'd like to know what it means to you personally and how you see it reflecting on your industry.
If you are asking this question, it's a very relevant question. We all talk about competition in business. When it comes to recycling business, I am telling out of my experience, I may be wrong, and you may differ or people may differ, but I think in this industry, the competition is minimum, cooperation is maximum. So it means we are going to transform the industry with the cooperation of each other. It's a beautiful industry and no competition.
That's a wonderful sentiment. And one I have to admit I haven't heard from your competitors yet. But no, oddly enough, there was the big CEO summit yesterday here. And one of the main messages that came out of that CEO summit was this idea of working together and collaboration, particularly when it came to R&D and innovation. So it's wonderful to hear there that you're echoing that sentiment.
Yeah, I was a part of that CEO summit.
I can imagine you were, sir, absolutely. Dr. Rajesh, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you join us here in our live lounge. Thank you very much indeed for your time. Thank you for your insights. Thank you.
Thank you so much for giving this opportunity to me. Though I was not scheduled to come here, I was passing by. You have given me opportunity and I have shared whatever little I could share. Thank you very much and I wish you all the best.
Thank you, sir. And for those of you who are listening later on to this interview, obviously we've got an audience here in the live lounge, but to those of you listening later, please to be sure to subscribe to our podcast series. Of course, you'll hear more interviews just like that. You can find us on Apple, Spotify, YouTube, and Podbean, or of course, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you would like to find out more about the events that we organise here at Fastmarkets, then please do check out the events section in our metals website. Just go to fastmarkets.com.